By this free trade agreement, more companies and more factories started opening in the city, which was close to America. And by this, it was needed for people from different backgrounds of our country to come and work, to come and help and give the working hand. So the city grew in various proportions, and I was one of experience to see this by first hand when I was a child to when I was a teenager. The city experimented a big growth, and it was for us a surprise at how it was established. For this course, we were so much needed for offers of cultural and entertainment and recreational centers such as sports and the arts. We were missing these venues and these spaces to gather and to express our opinions, our cultural interests, and this is how in the 1990s and 2000s the city experimented some art movement that is renowned and it became famous from the region. It was established that it has some cultural impact on the art of Mexico. By this, I was influenced. I was surprised, and I wanted to take part of this by studying it and by working directly with the people that were producing art. In my case, I studied a normal educational system. My family comes from a middle-class family. They had worked in technical aspects of radio and transmitting the signals of the local radio stations. So my educational process was through normal primary school, high school, and it was normal to say that I wasn't really taking fully appreciation of the school for it. I felt it lacked some motivational aspects. I could say I was a normal teenager. After finishing high school and college, I experimented the need or the aspect to work and to find myself an identity in the city. And this is how I held various jobs. And by this, I was exposed to the cultural area, the cultural aspects of the city. So I was directly motivated. I started to be more participant with the local artists, with the local community that was directly involved. And at the time, I wasn't that much aware that they were directly involved. For my first experience was a little bit then taking uproar, since the city of Tijuana in the year 2008 experienced a few violent scenes or episodes when the local cartels, they started fighting over the process of taking this route to America. So violence spread within the police, the local cartels, and all of a sudden the city experienced a few episodes of fear. A lot of people didn't go out and didn't take the case of living it, and they didn't go out of their houses, or they just went to work and came back because there was dangers and there was sort of this war zone aspect. But by the time it finished, or by the time it went down a little bit, people still felt this fear, and the young people, as myself, I felt like we needed to do something. We needed to not just be in the house scared of something that it was in the television and the news. So I started going to these public areas, public places, and experienced that the streets were empty and that the businesses were closing down. So as for us to support these businesses, the local cultural businesses, we started to maintain the life of this aspect, and by maintaining the life of the culture, we started giving a little bit the activity back to the city, and the people, normal people of day jobs would hear that this cultural centers had programs, and they'd have open spaces, so they would come, and the process of getting back to normal started. So by this aspect, I worked in a few years, and 2 years, and then I decided to take my university in arts. I enrolled in the local university in the Faculty of Arts, and it was a very interesting aspect as a